Hey, yo, what's good, people? What's good, people? Hey, tonight, first episode of The Table. Hey, it's gonna be a good one tonight, man. We finna bring it. We finna bring it. Hey, welcome my big homie, Keith McClain. Hey, man, introduce yourself, my brother. Break it down to us. Hey, I can't hear you. Hey, check, see, make sure you're not muted. Are you muted? Or is it me? It might be you, though, because I can't hear you. Say something now. Still not, still nothing. Go into your audio settings, make sure everything is good there. Cause I'm good. Yeah, I'm good on my end. Make sure your mic check is right. All right. Give my dude a moment. Get it going. Hey, while he's fixing up his mic, hey man, we're gonna do a quick promo. Hey, we got Campbell Green still going. We still got Gucci it going, man. Like I said, the table is gonna be a new platform. This is a man's panel. We're gonna do this at least once a week. But the thing is, this week we're gonna do two. We're gonna do a show tonight, and we're gonna do a show tomorrow night. So it's gonna have two back-to-back shows. But let's see. We're gonna do two back-to-back shows. Yeah, I think I hear you now. Say something.
Can you hear me now, bro?
Yeah, much better. Much
Okay,
better. Much better.
bet.
But yeah, y'all, we're gonna do two back-to-back shows. We're gonna do one tonight. We're gonna do one tomorrow night. Next week, we'll probably do one either Thursday or Friday. We haven't really got a concrete date yet, but we're gonna do a show at least once a week. We got multiple people that's going to be going on. It's not just always going to be me and Keith, but it's going to be other people jumping on. We might even have some people jumping on tonight. So, hey, man, like I said, man, this introducing y'all. This is going to be the first episode of The Table. Keith, go ahead and introduce yourself, my brother.
What's up, man? Yeah, this is Keith, man. You know, me and my man go way back from high school, you know what I'm saying, the Enterprise, just now, just learning life, living life, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get out this knowledge, you know what I'm saying, that I'm learning. A lot of my brothers need it. We need it not just for ourselves, but, for our sons, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited about the night. I'm excited to get with some other brothers, too, where we can sit up and talk and have, different discussions about some of this crazy stuff, man, that's going on right now, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, man, let's get it, man. Let's get it.
Sure.
Hey, the first topic for the night is going to be the purpose. How I want to do it is, man, I'm gonna let you fall in, go at it. I'm just gonna piggyback off what you say, throw a couple questions in. You can throw me a couple questions and we'll just go at it. We go flow like that.
That's right. So I'm gonna let you start this off with the purpose, you know what I'm saying? And then
all right, cool.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. All right. So people with the purpose, when it comes to a man, a lot of people have a misunderstanding of what a purpose is when it comes to a man. A lot of people feel like a man's purpose and a woman's purpose is the same, and it's not. That's one reason why I generalize this as a man's purpose, because when it comes to that, a man's purpose is a journey. It's a direction of what a man's going in his life, and with his life, he's developing skills. He's going to develop resources. He's going to find the resources. He's going to create connections with other people, and he's going to go through different phases of his life to become the man that he's finally going to become. And once he becomes that man of his purpose, other things, other phases he's going to go through, like fatherhood, manhood, being a husband, being a business owner. All these things are the elements that evolves around this man's purpose.
Right.
And the thing is, a lot of people has to understand, and I need y'all to really get this. It's going to be tough, especially for a lot of women to get this, is a man's purpose is number one, not the woman. That's his purpose. Why? Because God gave him that purpose.
That's right.
So you can't intervene with the man's purpose, because that's the understanding the contract between a man and God that only they can deal with one another.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't get. That's why a lot of men fall. They go through this falling phase in their lives because what happens is they end up putting her first instead of his purpose. Because
right.
when you change your purpose and make your purpose number two, then you have made God number two.
That's right. That's right. And see, the purpose is really deep, man. You know, because a lot of us, we lose it because, you know, our minds be set on chasing money, chasing women, whatever it is, is chasing cars, rims, whatever it is. And what we was talking about a little bit earlier was every single man on this earth has a purpose. And the reason you have a purpose is because it goes real deep, because I always ask this question to some of my friends, right? At the end of the day, you go through hard times, you go through good times, but it's your hard times will make you who you are, right? So at the end days, do you think that God would want somebody that's weak? Do you think God wants somebody that can't be a soldier for him, never went through the hard times, never really figured out what his purpose is? You know, no, he don't want that, right? So that's why he sets every man with a purpose. So it goes deeper than just on this earth what your purpose is, because we got another life that we have to live after this earth. So your purpose, you have to figure it out now. So when them days come, you can be a soldier, you can be strong. You know, nobody wants something weak. Nobody in the army, they want somebody weak. You understand what I'm saying? So the purpose is really deep. And another thing is we figure out, well, we seem to, like, when we get married or we have kids, we forget the purpose because we're living the way this world wants us to live. They say you live this type of way, you work this 9 to 5, you bring home the money, you know, happy wife, happy life, all of that BS that they be trying to tell you, right? You don't figure out your purpose, because now here you going on 40, 50, 60 years old. You don't know what you've lost in life because you never went out there to try to discover. You're just trying to live the life that you see on TV and what everybody else is doing, man. The purpose, like you said, is very big, man. And it's something that guys got to figure out. And that's why we have so many that we talked about earlier. We have so many divorce rates because we get older, we get smarter, and we start questioning ourselves. And we saying, this life that I'm living is it's not fun anymore. You know why it's not fun? Because you're not trying to find your purpose. You got a purpose. You feel what I'm saying? And you're just living the life that the world is telling you to live. And then you figure out that I want to find my purpose, but then it might be too late. Or you might lose so much now trying to find that purpose. So it's really deep, brother, what you're talking about right now.
Oh yeah, man. Question. I'm just play a little devil's advocate a little bit, man. Just for people to understand things, because I don't want people to misconstrue what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So when people may have a misunderstanding when you say weak and not strong.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't understand he's not, like, we gotta, because I actually watched a couple of videos of a couple hours ago and a couple of days ago.
Mm-hmm.
And women gotta understand, like, the one of the biggest major factors of a man and a female is the estrogen, the testosterone. Testosterone is the thing that it's the development of the man that makes us masculine.
That's right.
So what he's saying is, when you try to become masculine, that makes you weak. That doesn't make you strong as a woman.
That's right.
What makes you strong as a woman is when you are your own feminine nature. That's what your strength comes from.
That's right.
Not the battle between how much masculinity you're gonna have versus the masculinity I have. Then we're no longer a unit. We're competition. We're enemies.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the downfall for this whole battle, where you have this I'm a strong woman thing.
That's right.
Like, I need you to be strong when it comes to other things, but in their mind, they're fighting for the leadership position when we're not asking you to be a leader, we're asking you to be a supporter.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And it construes. So I just wanted to touch in with you.
And see, that's another thing too. Like, a woman is here to make us stronger, right? That's the whole point. They're supposed to make us stronger, and they make us stronger by when we're not thinking, And when that testosterone is too strong, they're there to tell us, hey, it probably needs to be done this way, babe. You know what I'm saying? Let handle the situation maybe this way. That's what makes both of us stronger, because you work together. You get what I'm saying? But whenever it's just like this. This is a prime example. So say you in a club or you're at a bar somewhere and you with your girl, you with your old lady, and it's some fellas acting up, like they want to start something with you or start something with your old lady, right? Automatic, we have testosterone. Automatic, we get into that beastly mode. Like, hold on, man, they ain't not gonna be disrespecting me. They're not gonna be doing this. That's that testosterone kicking in. Your woman is there for you to be able to be level-headed. That's why she don't have testosterone. She's there to talk to you. That's what makes you stronger, because you're weak at that moment, right? You're weak.
Right.
So she's there to say, babe, maybe we just needed to get it to go, or let's get up out of here. That's what they're there for. And that's just one example I'm saying, but that's just a small example to, get it clear. But for her to calm you down because of that testosterone, that's what makes you stronger, because now you're learning as a man, hey, maybe I can handle it another way. And that's how it goes in relationships, period. But whenever a woman is fighting to be as strong as you in the household, it can go a whole nother way. Prime example again, if you're in that same situation and you at that bar and you start getting, riled up, your testosterone kick in, and what if your old lady is like, man, yeah, man, what they looking at? What they doing? See, she's on your level now. You feel what I'm saying? She's not helping you. Now both of y'all are weak. You understand what I'm saying? Both of y'all are weak and about to handle a situation that you shouldn't handle it that way. She's supposed to be the level-headed. And if you get what I'm saying right now, it goes even in relationships at your house, when you're discussing things, when it's talking about your kids. Like, that's what a woman is there for. And that's really what's going on right now, to making, when I say men weak, that's what's going on, because men are starting to humble themselves now. And they're just like, you know what? I remember what my grandpa said. I remember what my dad said. Like, don't make the woman mad. Just go along with it and watch TV. Let them fuss. Let them say this and let them say that. We've heard that so many times. Just let them get away, and at the end of the day that you're going to handle whatever she mess up. No, man, that's not the mentality, the way we was raised, man. Like, you're supposed to be a man. I'm not saying that you're supposed to yell or disrespect. You're supposed to, that you're the man of that house. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be able to say, hey, look, let's go in the room. Let's talk about this situation. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women don't want to hear that. Then here you go with two strong people in the household. It's not going to work, man. It's just not going to work.
It's not. It's not. I'm gonna talk from experience. One of the things that I want to always teach my sons, when they have their own family, and when they have their own woman, like you said, you don't want to do the back and forth. The goal is to explain your position, explain the purpose of your position, and explain, hey, like, I'm serious about what I'm explaining, and then leave it at that.
That's right. That's right. I don't know what happened to men trying to speak up and be a man, and all of a sudden there's something wrong with that. I don't know where that come from. I don't know who made it seem like it's so bad. That's part of us being a man since day one. Speaking up, saying what we believe, putting our feet down of what we believe. There's nothing wrong with that. But they want everything. It's nothing wrong with a woman being submissive. That word kills women. It destroys women sometimes when they hear submissive. I'm not going to be submissive to you. What you talking about? Clean and wash all the time and take care of you and always make sure. They don't really truly understand the meaning of submissive. You know what I'm saying? Submissive is not a slave. You're not a slave to me. Submissive is when we're having an argument and we're having a misunderstanding, and my testosterone is a little too strong. It's up to you now, as the woman of that house, to tone that down a little bit. How do you tone that situation down? Being submissive, understanding, knowing how to talk to that man. You know what I'm saying? Submissive is not being a slave. It's not cooking and cleaning and picking up his dirty drawers and doing all that other stuff. It's about having a communication. It's about knowing the way to talk to that man, to tone him down, because you love that man. You're trying to help mold him into something stronger, which that's what a woman's supposed to be there for. So I hate when I hear that word submissive and women just go crazy over, because they don't truly understand the meaning of being submissive. You know, they truly don't, brother.
They don't. It and it's because of TV. It's
Yeah.
because of TV and music and this whole black girl power thing and the black girl magic stuff. Like all those things has kind of created this crazy dynamic.
Right, right.
Because what's happening is they don't realize how powerful being submissive is. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's you
It's
gotta
powerful.
understand. You gotta understand something. When you got a real one, when you got a real man that rocks with you, that really got your back, that man will die for you. And
Yes, yes.
when he knows he got peace at home,
Right.
that man will die for you.
That's
That
right.
man will change. He will re-rotate the earth
That's
for
right.
you without you even asking.
Asking. That's right.
Without even you asking.
That's right.
Because a man that once again, when a man knows his purpose,
Mm-hmm.
he understands that. He understands his position as a man.
Yep.
He knows what he needs to do. Why? Because he had other men around him that
Yes.
groomed him to understand his purpose as he became a man.
That's
Just like
right.
with my sons, my goal is as a man in my household is to groom my young men to be that man. So once they come in their household, they're not coming in their household blinded.
That's
That's
right.
why a man should have a vision.
That's right.
Women don't find guys, and I say that word perfectly, guys that don't have a vision. Y'all find blinded men
Yes.
to multiply with, don't get married with, and then you bring that hurt and pain to a real man,
Mm-hmm.
and you expect us to bow down to that. No, you're not going to modify your nature and think I'm going to modify my nature.
Right. Right.
You see
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? Because that's
That's
what's
right.
happening. A
Yep.
lot of women are remodifying who they are
Right.
because of the decisions that they made
Hey.
before they got to this man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like a lot of women are already, when they get with you, the first they come harsh, or they come with demands, they come with commands and all these other things instead of just being themselves.
That's right. That's
You
right.
see what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
right.
don't come to me with I ain't got time for this or I ain't got time for that. Like, first of all, I don't either, because I'm busy probably as much as you are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't come with the masculinity.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because you'll never find that real one with that kind of energy.
Never. Never. Never.
A real one will employ you and have you
Uh-huh.
work for them, because that's what a lot of corporate America dudes do. They hire these hard uptight masculine women
Yes.
in
Right.
these
That's right.
management and positions like that because they know y'all got that masculine energy.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all think it's a badge of honor, but no,
It's
they
not.
just know you're going to get the job for them to make them money. They
And
know
look, and I hate to interrupt you, brother,
you
but
good, you good.
like I just thought about something, because and it's for my sisters that's listening, because I don't want them to feel no type of way, because I love my sister. You know what I'm saying? My mother's a sister, of course. My sisters, I love y'all. Okay, my thing when I say this is they're hiring my sisters that are very educated, that are very smart, and they're putting you in these positions, and you're doing great, right? But they're putting you in those positions because and let me see how I can put this, your energy, right, is so strong, and it's almost like a man's energy. But please believe that their wives don't act that way.
Not at
Please
all.
believe their wives are submissive, right? And they're putting you in those positions because they know how you are, because they see how you treat your brothers, right? Because they know their wife don't do that. You feel what I'm saying? And this is not for all sisters. I'm talking about the ones that are doing this, right? Because we
Right.
have to keep saying that. We're not talking about every black sister. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the ones that do feel that type of way, which we see on TV all the time. You know what I'm saying? With all these TV shows and this Atlanta this and that, they're putting it out there like, oh, I'm a businesswoman. I own this and I do this. I don't need no man. I got my own money. I can do this. And then, like you said, these CEOs, they help them get more business and more money, and it keeps blowing their heads up. And before you know it, they can't even keep marriages. Half these people, they're millionaires. They can't even keep marriages together. They going through more divorces and stuff than normal people are. You know what I'm saying? Because of that energy that they're giving off, and it don't matter how much money they got. So, but like I said again, their wives are not doing it. Their wives are being submissive. And guess what? Their wives are still driving and living and eating everything they want. And that man will die for his wife and his kids and do everything for them because of that energy that she gives off. And a lot of women hate to hear that. They get mad about that. Our sisters get mad. I can just be as strong as you. You can. Of course you can be as strong as me. Of course you can do the things I do. But is it right all the time? Is it right all the time to be that way? You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you have to be submissive. Okay? You can also listen, you can be a sister and be a CEO over something, right? Making millions of dollars. But when you come home to that man that is your husband, that worked hard, he could be working a 9 to 5, not even making 50,000 a year. You making 100,000, 200,000 a year. Just by you being submissive when you walk in that house, loving him, treating the type of way, you don't know, like we go back to our purpose, right? You don't know if he's going to find his purpose through you. You understand what I'm saying? That man might find his purpose through you because of the hard work and what he sees you do. And he understands that I have to step up because I'm the man of this house. And my wife is making 200,000, man. I'm making 50, man. And all of a sudden he start looking around for his purpose. Man, what is it I need to do, man? Like, what I got to do? That's the point that we're saying, that sisters supposed to be helping men to get what they want to be at. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? The way they do it, by being sometimes submissive. You know what I'm saying? For us to find our purpose. The problem is when we start finding our purpose, because eventually we get smarter. When we get in our late 30s and our 40s, we start sitting around thinking and looking at granddaddies and your daddies, and they don't got nothing and they can't give you nothing. And you start thinking like, hold on, I don't want my boys to be like that. Like, I want them to be able, if their car break down, come over here and get mine. You know what I'm saying? If you need a place to stay, son, I got this other house that I bought 10 years ago that you can go stay in. You know what I'm saying? We start wondering, what is our purpose now? And we start standing up on our 2 feet and we start putting our chest out a little bit more and try to figure it out. When that happens, that's when I say the divorces come in, because the woman don't understand what the hell is going on. What is going on with this guy? He's been a simp. He's been a beta male. He ain't been saying nothing much. I'm being around here, barking, doing what I want to do. Then all of a sudden you want to wake up and now you want to be an alpha male. You want to find your purpose now. You understand what I'm saying? You want to get strong now. And it ain't the point that a man's trying to put down his feet to try to show out or I'm the man. It's the point that he's finding his purpose in life. And he's understanding that, hey, I need to do more. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of women don't understand that. And I'm telling you, man, I think that's why we have so many divorce rates. And I think that my brothers, actually, I think they're starting to wake up. And a lot of them are starting to find their purpose very early, because YouTube and all this other stuff is helping out now. So guys are starting to understand what's an alpha, what's a beta male, what's a sigma. They starting to realize this. So guess what's happening now is not any just dumb marriage is what I call them. Just jumping into marriage because of love and feelings and emotion. That's why the marriage rate is going down, brother. That's why so many sisters are not getting married right now, because brothers are scared, and a lot of them are finding their purpose very early. I've been watching it lately. They're finding it really early because of things that you're doing right now, and what a lot of other guys are doing on YouTube. And now they're realizing that shit is hurting them, man. It's hurting them.
Oh yeah. Like this is this call out season, man. Like, we calling shit out, man. Like, we calling everybody out, males and females. Trust me, that's what I'm saying. Like he said, like, we love our women. This is one reason why we talking the way we're talking.
Right.
Because we didn't, we'll just let y'all be how y'all are, and most of y'all will like die alone and old. Right. And that's not what we want. We want connection, not separation. The goal is for us to build bonds, but them bonds aren't going to be built easily. It takes a lot of work, but you got to be real in the process of you creating this bond. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't know how we going to get to that process without a little pain and a little hurt. That's right. And that's what we try to avoid. We think we look at everything so surface to a point to where it's like, what we're looking at is, I want a man that's kind and loving and he takes care of people and he's this and he's that. But they don't never mention the shit that's going to be hard to deal with, the stuff that you're going to have to tolerate, the stuff that you're going to have to just deal with.
That's right.
Because a lot of us don't want to understand the reality of what you're searching for. We just want to search for the easiest route, and knowing damn well that route doesn't exist. But they keep wanting to look for this unrealistic route that doesn't exist. Like, have you ever tried driving somewhere and try to just create your own damn path? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just going to make roads that doesn't even exist.
Yeah, end up in a river.
Right. Like, it says turn left.
Right.
But you want to go right because you feel like it.
Yes,
and when you get to that right, your ass hit a fucking ditch, and now you gotta call somebody to pull your ass out.
That's right.
And this is what happened with a lot of us. We get hit in these ditches, and guess who we calling for help? We calling our friends, we calling our mama and daddy, we calling everybody because I can't believe this happened to me.
Right.
Or you gonna feel this one, or they calling the dude that they forgot about or they missed.
That's right.
Hey, how you been?
Yeah.
But now you all scarred up. That dude might not even want you no more.
Done. That's
you see what I'm saying? Like, you can't. Once you had an accident, that shit is on your record.
Right.
Go try to get car insurance and think you go get that premium price that everybody else get with no accident.
That's right.
That shit don't work. That shit on your record. That shit is on your record.
That's right.
No, because this is what you say. Hey, I want that $29 a month, and then they start putting your information in.
No, sir.
You gotta put in a deposit for about $100, and you gotta pay about $135 for at least the next 6-7 years.
Yeah, that's right.
Why? Because of that accident.
That's right.
And this is what we fall into. A lot of us fall into these accidents because we try to create our own lane and understand these lanes are already there. Just follow the fucking direction.
That's right.
But we don't.
And I finna, with the purpose part,
Yeah.
I feel like it's very important. That's why I said I love what you're doing right now, because it's very important for us to teach our boys, man, that you have to find your purpose. I believe, and this is deep what I'm about to say, I think you got to find your purpose first before you even find your soulmate. I think that's a problem that's happening too. I think that we're trying to find a person, not the soulmate, a person to be with because of what emotions and feelings and sex. And we want to marry a person and be with them, have kids with them. That's not a soulmate, right? Because I feel the purpose is first. Just like it's the first subject we're talking about now. You put that first for a reason, because that's number one. When you find your purpose, everything else comes in order. The money, which it's an order with this too, which your stability, your home, your bank account, your credit, all of this, because you're going for that purpose. You understand what I'm saying? And then once you get all this stuff, now you're a true man the way you're supposed to be, because guess what? You found that purpose, but it's not done, because now it's time for God to bring that soulmate. You understand what I'm saying? To complete this. So you won't be talking about no submissive, and we talk about all this situation and fussing about stuff and getting a divorce in 5-6 years, because you already handled that. See, that's another big thing that happens. What happens is a lot of men, we depend on women, and this is why our women have gotten this way too, because I'm going to take up for my sisters too now. I got to take up for them. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Another thing that's done happen is that you done had these no good niggas, you know what I'm saying? And I hate to put it like that, that wants to just feed off of our sisters' success. You understand what I'm saying? Because yes, they do. They are smart and they learn a little bit earlier than we do. So a lot of them work on their credit early. A lot of them going to get that education. They do all this stuff to set themselves up. So sometimes when you meet them, they already got nice cars, already got a house, they already doing their own thing. And then you got these brothers that ain't trying to find their purpose. They just live in life to live it, and they jump on them, and then they get used, and then they get scarred. And then when the next man that come along that might be a good one, she's so scarred and she's so hurt, she coming at you totally different. You feel what I'm saying? Hey man, this man done cheated. And guess what? I done been one of them brothers. You understand what I'm saying? I done been one of them brothers that's done cheated and did all that stuff and done scarred women up. They can come along right now and say, hey man, that dude Keith right there, man, he done scarred me, this, and this. Because I was trying to find my purpose. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just living life out here, scarring women, trying to live off of women, not trying to be my own man. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what happens. You find yourself in situations you don't need to be in. Both of y'all do. You understand what I'm saying? What we need to learn how to do is to teach Because guess what? The little girls are learning from their mamas now, because that's why we got all this independent. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm
Facts.
independent. You know what I'm saying? Because them mamas told them back in them 80s and 90s a little bit like, girl, you don't need no man. You know what I'm saying? Go and do your thing. You know what I'm saying? You can take care of yourself. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying? So they done taught them. They're probably 30 years ahead of our sons right now. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of men and these young men around 18, 19, and 20 get screwed over and don't know what to do with all this Instagram stuff and these thoughts and all that. They don't know what to do, because them women was taught, you know what I'm saying, how to manipulate, how to get money, how to do stuff. You understand what I'm saying? We need to teach our boys to learn their purpose first, right? Women are going to be there. They're not going nowhere. God made them. They're going to be here for us forever. There's no reason, and that's what I'm going to teach my boys. Sons, realize what your purpose is first. Understand what you want to be and what type of man you want to be. You understand what I'm saying? When you do
Right.
that, you bring maybe that soulmate, or you bring those women where you can find your soulmate. But you got to find your purpose first. See, we're not doing that. We're just trying to go after the women and all of the other stuff first. And this is what happened to us. You know what I'm saying? So many divorces, so much fussing and fighting and not understanding each other and all this other stuff. When a man finds this, and I'm gonna tell you another thing, a woman respects a man that finds his purpose. She respects him, and she will stay with that man the rest of her life. You understand what I'm saying? Because she know that he's a true man. You understand what I'm saying? What happens, that even happened to me and other brothers. What happened is we don't find our purpose. We get in relationships and marriages, and the woman don't respect us that much because we don't have a purpose. We just going to work every day, not just doing a regular old thing. We ain't trying to better ourselves. We just going through the flow. I'm just making it. I'm just, giving her what she wants, taking care of kids. And they know that as a man, you're supposed to have a purpose. You're supposed to do something. You understand what I'm saying? And they start feeling some type of way. And then don't add in that you start cheating or you start doing stuff you don't got no business. She done completely lost respect for you. That marriage, whatever it is, it's gone now. You understand what I'm saying? You might as well go on and start over, because you came in a relationship with no purpose in life. You just was working your little job and you didn't see the future. You didn't know what you was going to do. And now you're messing around, cheating on and all this other mess. You might as well start over, brother.
Oh
It's
yeah.
over with.
It's
You understand
over.
what I'm saying?
It's over.
It's over
It's
now.
over.
It's over. You might as well
Man.
start it over.
Man, you said a lot. Man, you said a lot.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Yes, sir.
Man. Bro, you said a lot. Because that's true. Dude, if you man, man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. My uncle that I lost, man, my uncle, man, from San Diego, man, he used to tell me that all the time, man. Like, he always used to tell me, man, like, these women ain't going nowhere.
Nowhere.
Focus on self.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Focus on yourself.
Yes.
And then when I was in the Air Force, man, my shop chief, he used to always say this shit, man. And I ain't gonna lie, it didn't hit me till after I left him, after I wasn't around him no more. But he used to always say, Baldwin, invest in yourself. Invest in yourself first. He's always say, invest in yourself first.
That's right.
And I didn't get it. I got it in a financial thing. Like, I knew he was saying, like, pay yourself first. But it was more to what he was saying.
That's
what
right.
he was saying is, like you said, figure out, I need to invest in my health. I need to invest in my mental. I need to invest in my spiritual. I need to invest in my whereabouts. You know what I'm saying? Take accountability about, like, it was a lot of things I had to figure out. And I called him like 3 years later, right? And I told him that shit, right? And he was like, so you got it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was like, you got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was like, I got it, man. He was like, I see. You know what I'm saying? He because he can hear it. And that's one thing I agree with you saying too, is a man will recognize a man because he gonna know when he's there by how he talk. You ain't even gotta say you a man. Just talk. And a man is going to acknowledge that you are that man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see it all the time, brother. You know, I deliver all in Destin and all down in Florida. And I can be training a guy, and this guy haven't quite hit that manhood. He can be 30 years old. He can be 40. He still ain't hit that manly. He can walk into a place, talk, nobody respect him. I can walk in that same place and say one sentence, and the boss man respects me over that restaurant or whatever it is. A man recognizes a man. He recognized that. He even recognized that you're finding your purpose, the way you speak, the way you talk. Like I told you that story before, that, the woman half the mile down the strip, She walked up to me and told me, hey, you walk with your chest out. You walk with your shoulders back. You walk with your head up, man. It seemed like, how tall are you? 6'5"? No, I'm 6'3". Oh, you look taller than that. She even recognized that. You know why I'm walking like that and I'm acting like that and my swag is like that? Because guess what, brother? I finally found that purpose. I realized what I'm here in life for. You know what I'm saying? I done figured it out. And then when I'm figuring out my purpose, so much other shit is just starting to blow my mind now. You know what I'm saying? I can't even tell you within just 1 year how much knowledge I've learned because I sat down and said, like, what is my purpose? What do I supposed to be doing? I feel like a fuck up right now. I feel like I just got a divorce. My kids ain't around. Like, I'm doing something wrong, right? What's going on? That's what you start thinking, like, and then that's the question you got to ask yourself now. What the fuck I supposed to be doing around here? Do I supposed to stay in this type of place? Or I supposed to live this type of way? You know what I'm saying? Like, once you ask yourself what your purpose is, other things, and we keep saying it, other things will just start happening, man, just back to back to back. And then guess what? You start learning even women. You start learning them. You start learning to listen. You start to learn how, ways that you was thinking wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? Like you thought that you would use a man, you knew everything. No. Now that you know your purpose, you understand her purpose. You know what I'm saying? You really understand what her purpose is supposed to be, so you don't play no damn games. You hear me? Like now,
Right.
you don't play no games because like, hold on, this is the road that I'm going down, right? This is what I want to be, and this is how I want to handle it. Tell me your purpose. And she start talking, and no, you know what I'm saying? Next, now you're able to choose. You know what I'm saying? Instead of looking at that ass and looking at them lips and looking at, oh, I gotta have that shit. That's what we start looking at. Nah, when you on a path on your purpose, you try to figure out what her path is and what her purpose is. Because you understand now when y'all come together, it can't be no more damn mistakes. Because if so, your purpose is done and you're starting over again. You understand what I'm saying?
Hey, hey, I'm telling you. Hey, I can't even speak what else, man. Listen, that was it for real. That was it. Because everything you said was dead on, man. Like, once you get it, to be honest with you, and I hate to say it, but when it comes to like who you select, you getting rid of them immediately.
Quick.
Because you're not looking at this.
That's right.
You're gonna have conversations and talk. You're gonna watch that person, and you're gonna
Yep.
be able to call out
Yep.
if it's not what it is. Quick, I'm
That's right.
telling you,
And
man.
if you ain't figured out who you are and what you're supposed to be doing, that's why you got so many beta males and so many simps, because they don't know who the hell they are. You know what I'm saying? They just run around here looking at ass and titties all the time, looking at, man, I gotta have this, looking at, scrolling. I see dudes just scrolling Facebook, just looking at pictures and looking at shit. That man ain't found his purpose, because when you find your purpose, you don't even worry about that shit. You don't
No,
even
you
worry
don't.
about that. They're gonna come to you. You're gonna be able to talk to them, and then guess what? You're gonna be able to choose what you want. And guess what? If anybody that is on your path and on your purpose and they jump on your road and they're in your way, you're gonna find a way to get them out your way. That's why we cancel them just like that. And guess what? You're not even using emotions, because you didn't even come in there with emotions, because you're already down a path that you're trying to do. And it's easy to do. And guess what? And this is what I'm understanding. Women are starting to respect that. Women are starting to respect me more when I come at them real and say, hey, this is me. This is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to buy this land, right? I'm trying to build my house on this land, right? I'm trying to make my bank account right, my credit right. I don't got time to play no games. This is who I am. What are you about? This, and this, and this, and this. Well, guess what? Look, I respect you. I understand what you're doing, but right now, we're not a fit right now, okay? But if you wanted to be something else, maybe we can do something else. But right now, my purpose or whatever, you're not gonna fit on. And guess what? Some of them women say, I respect you. They'll say, I respect you on what you just said. And guess what they say? I don't have men doing that. All men will do is just lie, just to sleep with me and to be with me. And then I find out that ain't no good, this, and this. I respect you. And then guess what, fellas? You still get the draws. You still get it. And guess what? You get the draws with an understanding now. And now she respects you more. And now you can do whatever you want to do. And she might not even put her emotions in it that much, because she already know what your purpose and your path was. You understand what I'm saying? And then guess what? I'm going to say this too. Once you maybe sleep with her or whatever you do, if she knew what your path was and what your purpose was, when it's time for her to change, and she might change on you, got to cut it. because you already explained yourself in the beginning. You already told her what it was, right? Now it's too many emotions in it. Now you have to cut it. And a lot of guys can't do it. Simps can't do it. Betas, they can't do it because they so in love with that good stuff. They want it. They got to have it. Nah, brother, you got to stay strong because that's how you have babies. That's how you have so many kids. That's how you on child support. That's all this other shit that you going through in life. Nigga, you ain't gonna never find your purpose because you're chasing behind the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? Just be real with them, fam.
Facts. Hey, that's a good segue. We will roll right into priorities. We go roll into priorities because I like what you said at the end, the cutting part. A lot of people don't understand their priorities. Okay, when it comes to a man priorities, first thing is men should never, and I mean never, fall in love. People, I bet you a lot of people gonna be like,
and hey, I'm gonna say this to you before you say
Go ahead.
No. I'm gonna let you go. Now that's gonna have a lot of people uptight. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You already know that, right?
Right.
You already know because that's something big, but I'm gonna let you finish. But you hitting something hard when you said, "Oh, man, I'm supposed to fall in love." Go ahead, though.
The reason why, okay, a lot of people don't understand that how powerful that word is and how that puts you in a very up high vulnerability. Love is something. In love is a state of being, and it has no conditions at all. No conditions. Right. That means when I'm in love with you, I'm putting you over my life. Mm-hmm. I'm putting you over my family, mm-hmm. my money, mm-hmm. my well-being, my purpose, my priorities, my journey, my kids, my everything. You see what I'm saying?
For sure.
I'm putting you in front of everything. Everything. That means if I got the pneumonia and she tells me I need to still go to work because I need to go buy this dress, your ass get up and still go to work because guess what? You in love with her.
That's right.
In love is something that is detriment with no conditions because you're doing that with no self-love. Mm-hmm. Being in love means you are taking the love away from you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? That's why I told, you know what I'm saying, I got a good understanding with my wife, and I explained to that. We had got into a deep conversation about it. And I was like, I love you, but my love got conditions.
That's right.
Because at the end of the day, when I meditate and I speak to the Most High, it's information that He gives me and I connect with that's going to it's going to contradict and have an issue to maybe what you want me to do.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And guess what? I'm gonna pick. Guess what I'm gonna pick? You know what I'm saying?
The Most High.
I'm gonna pick the Most High.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he gives us breath.
So when I wake up in the morning and it hits me sometimes, and I always tell stuff because it'll just hit me. I'll be like, "Hey, do this." I don't even know why I'm telling that, but I'll be like, "Hey, do this," and sometimes she'll do it, and sometimes she don't. And when she don't, it kicks in the ass because guess what? It was meant for her to do it. That's right. It was the reasoning behind it.
That's right.
And that's what women gotta understand. Have that man that has that good, strong connection with the Most High, that has the ability to say no. They say, hey, no, I'm gonna roll with my Most High and I'm gonna roll with my purpose because guess what? I have that connection with Him. And that's the contradicting thing that a lot of people say is, you want a God-fearing man and all these other things, but you still want him to play. You still want him to play with your rules. Mm-hmm. If you want a man that has that strong connection with God, he's not playing with your rules at all.
Not at all.
Matter of fact, you have no rules then.
That's right.
You have no rules.
That's right, brother.
I'm gonna let you go with that.
Yeah, man, that's very deep, man. And it's a lot of men in prison right now for being in love.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot of men that are dead right now and have done stupid shit for their emotions and being in love. Being a man is very deep. You know what I'm saying? It's very deeper than people know. In the very beginning, And the Bible always say what, it was just Adam. You feel what I'm saying? And he needed some companionship. So he took what? The ribs from himself and made Eve, right?
Correct.
So if you go by what the Bible is saying, since they want a God-fearing man and all this other stuff, we be correct about what the Bible says. You got to understand, being a man is very deep. And
Oh
even
yeah.
back then, he was over everything. A lot of people want to talk about that. He was over the animals. He was over the trees. He was over the grass. Everything that man was over.
Mm-hmm.
It changed somehow, some way, that a man can't even be over his household anymore. You understand what I'm saying? At all. Like, you can't even hardly say nothing, right? And I don't know what happened with that and how that changed, but at the end of the day, let's go back to the in love thing. Like, a man has to be able to. A man can't be emotional. He can't be too emotional. He can't, and that emotions is being in love. Sometimes it's okay to love somebody. You can love a woman. You can be there. You can be a rock for her. But when you're in love, you're playing with danger, because any little thing she do or however she act, you're putting them emotions in there, and it makes you make too many bad decisions, right? And that's what's happening every day in life. Guys are falling in love, you know what I'm saying, and they make dumb decisions. They never find a purpose. They don't put their priorities right, because they're so in love and they're caring about one thing, her. They're not caring about God. They're not trying to figure out that purpose. They're not trying to have no priorities. They ain't trying to do nothing. All they're trying to do is trying to maybe work that 9 to 5 or whatever it is to try to buy her a purse, or get her nails done, or take her out where she can be on the arm as a trophy. They don't find out who they are, and they don't have their priorities right because they're so in love. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very deep word, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's a hard discussion, because if we got a woman on here right now, she'll break it down totally different, right? Because she'll be in her emotions, and she'll be like, hey, every man supposed to be in love when you find your soulmate, this, and this. It's deeper than just that. You know what I'm saying? So you hit something on the head right there, bro.
Yeah, man. Also, it's deep, man, because we have to, when it comes to the priorities of like understanding that, hey, love ain't a priority. You gotta put the Most High as that priority.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, after that, you know what I'm saying, you gotta be able to put that's when you put, you know what I'm saying, you could put your queen, you know what I'm saying, you could put that lady like into that next level, but not number one. But also, one of the main things I want to also emphasize for men and women, we got to be able to understand that the spouse and your seeds should be managed equally. It needs to be managed equally when your seeds are in your house. Now, when they grow up, that's different.
Mm-hmm.
But they need to be evaluated equally. And the reason why I say this is because I've noticed over the years of watching like fathers with their daughters that spoil their daughters, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they spend time with them, they spoil them, but they never introduce them to the fucked up side of them, and explain it to them.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And I'll give you a perfect example. My oldest one day came to me and she was like, hey, I want to spend some time with you. Like, why we no, it wasn't. She was like, we haven't spent time and I want to spend some time and this and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, hold on. I'm trying to be great right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, in order for me to be great, I can't spend time with you right now like you want me to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I can't sacrifice your emotional attachment right now.
Mm-hmm.
I can't sacrifice that for me to be great.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I'm great, y'all have the opportunity to become great.
Great.
But if I don't become great, I'm closing the doors and the resources and opportunity to be at the best level that you can possibly be in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? I got to be able to be the best version of myself. And sometimes that's going to take sacrificing some of that time from you so you can have what you're going to need in the long term.
That's right. That's right.
And what I'm teaching her is, I'm teaching her this for when she meet that successful man.
Well, that's what I say.
Because This is what a lot of us fathers don't do. We don't teach them that. We teach them we can get you what you want. We
Mm-hmm.
teach them, you know, daddy's little girl, and we spend time, but we don't teach them the process of what they're going to have to deal with when you are with that type of man.
Yeah.
We
Mm-hmm.
we shade that. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And we can't shade that with our youth. We gotta give it to them. We
Mm-hmm.
gotta show them the good and the bad and the ugly. Not
That's
not
right.
the because they gotta understand the reality of the life of how they gotta prioritize things.
Right.
You want a smart man? Okay, then understand when you meet this smart man, this man is gonna be reading books a lot. He's going to be talking to a lot of people. He's going to be networking a lot. He's going to always develop his intelligence, and that's going to take a lot of time away from you.
That's right. That's
You know what
right.
I'm saying? So
And that was
just kind.
that was one of the main things that I was going to say that you were saying. You're teaching her about her future husband, right? You're teaching her if she has a successful husband, then every time that you say something, he ain't gonna be able to move. You know what I'm saying? Because he's trying to figure out his purpose and his path, and then at the same time, he has the priorities right, right? So that's just going to happen. You know what I'm saying? And you're teaching her at a very young age about what a man that is awake and that knows what he wants to do in life, and he's trying to figure it out to make her be great also. You know what I'm saying? And you start at a very young age. So that was very I like you said that, man, because that's the first thing I thought. You know, when you said it, like I told her, hey, I'm trying to be great. I'm trying to make sure that if I handle this business, you'll be great. But at the same time, I was thinking like, yeah, but at the same time, you're teaching her that when she's with a man, this is how she's going to have to be humble. And she's going to have to be what? We're going to go back to it. Submissive. At that time, that's the meaning of submissive right there, right? He's telling you, hey, I'm trying to do this, babe. I'm going to take care of this. I'm going to have time for you after a while, but I can't at this moment just because you are in your emotions and you're in your feelings. I can't do that right now. So don't take it no type of way. We're trying to be great. And then if she learned that from her father at a young age, when she becomes a woman, she already knows to respect that. You understand what I'm saying? She probably won't even walk in a room and say anything to her husband because she'll remember, hey, my dad had did that a long time ago. So, okay, he's trying to handle business right now. And he's trying to make sure that we both great. So let me just go find something else to do. So I love that, brother.
Oh yeah, and this is what a lot of women gotta understand. Woo, I'm about to say it's gonna hurt. A lot of men are looking for women that got fathers in their life, and they are watching you and how you and your father interact and his position in the household.
Yes.
I'm telling you for what I know. I
Yeah.
got
Me too.
one of my homies, man, close. You know him too.
Mm-hmm.
He. That's how he picked his wife.
Mm-hmm.
He picked his wife because he watched his wife, her mom, and how she operated around the dad. And he
Mm-hmm.
watched how she watched his dad, the dad and the mom, and he watched that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how he picked her. And
Mm-hmm.
that's how a lot of successful men that got their stuff together, that are
That's right.
self-aware, like you said, that got a purpose. When
Mm-hmm.
you got these things, we are picking women like that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Yeah.
that's how we're picking them. Because
That's
we
what.
don't go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No,
No,
go ahead, brother.
because we don't have time to go back and forth with you no more.
Not no more.
Especially if we're trying to get money and we're trying to build generational wealth and we're trying to create legacies and we're trying to create strong legacies. I don't have time to argue back and forth with you and raise my kids at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
a successful man don't have time for that. Because for one, he barely have time with the kids because
Mm-hmm.
he's trying to be great. So
Great.
when a man's trying to be great and he only got this much time with his kids, but he's got to waste some of that time to comfort your emotions,
Right.
he's going to get frustrated, and that's where the problems and the resentment
That's
comes in.
right. That's right.
That's why, like, I hate to give this example. This is why Tom Brady is able to do what he want to do because he has a submissive wife.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
He's going to do what he want to do, and ain't nothing she can do about
And guess what? And
it.
guess what? And guess what? She makes just as much money he was making
Exactly.
off of modeling. That's what people got to realize. And she's still submissive. And
Still
and guess
submissive.
what? She was making the same amount of money. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe
Yeah,
she wasn't, exposed as much as him, but her bank account was right there with his. All she had to do was
exactly.
keep modeling. But she realized, hold on, this is a man. You know what I'm saying? Let me sit back. And you don't hardly hear nothing from them. Zero. You don't hear nothing. Most of the women like that turn submissive, you never hear anything from them. They have everything they want. The houses, the cars, they get massages when they want to, going places. You never hear from them. You understand what I'm saying? Because they found prime example, right? Let's talk about Kobe, right? Let's talk about Kobe Bryant, his wife, right? This is a big one, and then we're gonna get on what's the golfer name, the black
Tiger
Tiger
Woods.
Woods, Tiger Woods. So we
Yeah,
finna bring two things right here, right? Finna show you two things. So Kobe made mistakes that we knew he made some mistakes, or women would say he made choices that he shouldn't have made, right?
right.
She stayed with him. Everybody wants to say, well, it was the ring, or it was this, it was that. We don't know because we wasn't in the household to know what was going on to make her stay with him. But one thing I do know, right, is that woman was submissive. She was submissive because she didn't even talk that much to press. She didn't go like these other women and sit on TVs and talk to Oprah and go all crazy about what's going on with it. She didn't do none of that. She was very quiet. And she got to the point in her life where we didn't even hear nothing from her. You understand what I'm saying? It's because she knew that he was a man. She knew that he had that purpose. He was putting stuff in order, right? He was starting to change his life. Maybe he was at what women tend to forget is that we go through paths too. We go through that stage where we're just doing crazy stuff, trying to figure stuff out, because whatever it is, our money or whatever it is that got our heads blowed up, we go through stages before we sometimes find that purpose. You know what I'm saying? So she knew that. You know what I'm saying? She knew it. She was quiet about it, and she sat back and she said, "You know what? Let me see where you're gonna be at." Right? And to this day, she still ain't over that man, and will never be over that man. Right?
Right.
Because she knew he was a man, and she knew that he was finding. He had his priorities right. He was finding what he needed to be at life. Now let's go to Tiger Woods. Right? Let's go to Tiger Woods and all this shit. Even recently, this car accident and all this other shit, which I think it has something to do with that he never got over shit, that in love shit, and thinking that money was going to just solve his problems with his wife and all this other shit, and she took him through that shit. Now, he was with a woman that probably was never submissive. She probably just tricked him to make it seem like she was submissive the whole time, but she wasn't. He couldn't see it. He was blind because true submissive, they don't treat you the way that woman treated him when it came down to the bottom line. You understand what I'm saying? And you see how he got treated. And to this day, this brother is still dealing with shit. Will never be as great that he's supposed to be number one. You know what I'm saying? The next Michael Jordan for us in golf. He would never be that because he put his emotions. He thought the money was going to happen. He's in love. He did all this shit, and look what happened to him. So you're talking about two different men right there, right? That made mistakes, the same thing. That made these choices, the same choices. But it was all about the woman. His woman made him better, right? Made him stronger at the end of the day. The other one didn't give a damn. She already knew what her purpose was, right? She already knew what she wanted to do. So when you go down that line and you talk about some of the things that you're talking about right now, being in love and all this other stuff, man, like you don't supposed to be that way. You feel what I'm saying? Because we got to learn sometimes the hard way before we can become the men that we really supposed to be. And if you don't have a rider beside you that's going to throw you up on the bus the first or the second or the third time you make a mistake, then you screwed, brother. You feel what I'm saying? Like you might, that shit messes with you for a lifetime. Guys can't get over that shit. You know what I'm saying? Tiger's not over that shit. All this accident, all this other shit. Please believe it just wasn't just some freak of nature shit. This man about to kill himself. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what the hell going on in that man's mind, but we know one thing: he ain't the same. You understand what I'm saying? And it's all because of a woman, probably. I bet 9 times out of 10, brother, it's a woman and his emotions and shit that he was going through. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, man, this subject that you on, man, it's real deep, man, for men. They need to wake up, man. They gotta wake up.
Man, I'm gonna piggyback on what you said just a second ago about the I call it the switch it submissive women, where they think they can just hit the switch and you submissive, and you can turn off the switch and not be submissive. I'm gonna be submissive if he. These are red flags, men. These are for men, alpha men out here. I ain't talking to y'all betas at this point.
Yeah.
When you hear a woman that says, "I'm only submissive if he proves it to me," or he showed me I can be submissive.
Right. I've heard that.
Run, 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 run. fast as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even entertain it.
That's right.
Don't entertain it, because all she's saying is that she can be fake when she need to be.
That's right. That's right.
Because I can't say I can be responsible when I need to be.
You're right. That's right, brother.
if I know you can handle the money, then I'm gonna be responsible.
Yeah.
But if you don't know how to handle the money, then I ain't gonna be responsible.
Right?
Like, who the fuck talks like that and get a pass?
No.
Like, only they the only ones that can talk like that and get a pass. But right. They don't get that past me, because I be looking at them sideways like, what are you talking about?
Yep.
A pit bull can't turn into a German Shepherd, and a German Shepherd can't turn into a pit bull. A pit bull is always a pit bull. See what I'm saying? Like, y'all gotta stop with this switching shit.
That's right.
Just say you masculine and you need to work on it. Don't say what you trying to be, because a real man, once again, they're gonna run, man. We running from that.
Run from it.
I'm
gonna give you an example, man. So, because I told you I had a couple stories for you tonight. So
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you about. Like I said, I've been really researching and studying up on this alpha male thing, and turning myself into that. And I got a text message one morning. You know what I'm saying? It was probably around 8 o'clock. It was a female. She was like, "What you doing tonight?" I was like, "I don't know. I think I'm just gonna be chilling." You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to spend no money right now. Just trying to stack up my bank account. Right? She was like, "Well, I'm going out with the girls," which is a lie already. I'm going out with the girls tonight, and I'm going out with the girls tonight, and if it's not too late, can I stop by and just talk to you? You know what I'm saying? Chill. So, I know what that means, right? So I'm like, cool. Ain't no problem. So the night comes, it's probably about 9:30. It ain't even late at night. She was making it seem like it's gonna be 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. It's about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Shorty pulled up, right? So she pulled up. She sat down. She started talking to me a little bit. She said, "Damn, man, you're a different person." She was like, "It just seems like you got your shit together. Like your priorities is right." She was like, the way you act, your demeanor, everything is different." I said, "Yeah, because I told her straight up, I'm turning into an alpha male. I know who I want to be. I know what my purpose is. I know what I need to do and what I want to be at." She said, and then this is the crazy part. She started breaking down stories to me about beta males and simps, and she started telling me stuff, right? She's sitting on the couch just opening up to me. She already know who I am. She can't play me. She already played the other dude, which we'll get in right now. So what really had happened was she went out with this simp. She don't respond to the simp, she said, but when she, really want to talk or she wants something, he begged to take her out to eat. She was like, sure, getting a free meal. She was like, sure. So she went out with the girl. She was out with this simp, right?
Right.
I said, how much did the man spend? She was like, spent about $140. She was like, because I was drinking tonight. You see, I was tipsy when I came in. I said, yeah. I said, damn, you made that man spend $140. She was like, yeah. I was like, so what happened? She was like, well, he asked for a hug when we was getting ready to go, or he come with me? And I was like, I'm dead and crazy. And I was like, no. You know what I'm saying? And he kept begging. And I was like, damn, that's messed up. And she was like, yeah, I was going to come over here and chill with you. You know what I'm saying? And talk to you. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. And I said, well, how many dudes do you do like this all the time? She said, I play this game all the time, Keith. She just opening up to me, brother. Like, just telling me the game. She's like, I do this all the time. She was like, these dudes are so weak. She was like, I just get free meals almost every weekend when I want to. And I tell these guys that I really don't want nothing. They're not going to get anything, but they keep begging. I said, well, dang. She said, but you are different. She was like, it just seemed like you on a path, like you understanding some stuff. So the whole time I'm sitting there with her, the dudes are calling. She don't put the guys on speakerphone. I hear these dudes almost begging, babe, can I come over tonight? What you got going on? Because they don't know it's a male there. So they just talking straight, weak, and reckless. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, girl, what you doing tonight? She just sitting there holding the phone beside me like, I don't know. I'll hit you back up later. You know what I'm saying? Just putting them on blast. You know what I'm saying? When you find what I'm saying is that when you find your purpose and your priorities are right, women start respecting that, right? And you turn into something different where they start to respect you. Now, we already know what happened that night. You feel what I'm saying? But she had that plan day one when she woke up that morning, already what she was going to do. You understand what I'm saying? She already knew, because she had texted me 8 o'clock that day. She knew she was going to play him. She knew she was going to play all these dudes. She was going to get money. She said she gets money from guys all the time. But here she is sitting beside an alpha. And she breaking down the game. And guess what she told me before that night was over with? She said, a dude like you, she said, I don't want you to be nowhere around my dudes. She said, I don't even want you to talk to them. She said, boy, don't even post nothing on Facebook. I swear to God, bro, she told me that shit. She said, I don't want you to be nowhere around them. She said, you're going to fuck up the game around him. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? I still have that alpha mentality. Don't text them. I don't call her. She'll text me, hey, everything's all right. Everything's cool. Yeah, everything's great. You already know who I am. You understand what I'm saying? But we have a communication now and an understanding now. That's what I'm telling these brothers. Like, get your priorities straight. Stop simping. Stop playing games. Let them know what
Stop.
it is. Stop it, bro. Because all
Stop
they
it,
doing are
man.
playing you. And they see it funny.
Stop.
You get what I'm
Stop
saying?
it, man. Yeah,
Tell
man.
you, bro.
Stop it. They need to it. Like, man, it's crazy, man, because like you say, a lot of them, like, immediately they categorize us just like we categorize them. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
they can already, like, pinpoint what's what and who's who. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? Just like we pinpoint who's who with them.
Mm-hmm.
And man, like, I remember I was on this one chat thing, and I knew, like, they knew who to bring to come at me with some firepower. They
Mm-hmm.
were like, let me bring the masculine alpha female to try to go back and forth with me.
Mm-hmm.
Because they knew, like, okay, she knew she couldn't do it because she knew she wasn't masculine. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
can tell this she, she probably in between. But they knew now, okay, let me get my masculine friend to talk.
That's right.
You know
That's
what I'm
right. They
saying?
know.
Because they knew what they was up against. They knew I
Right.
wasn't no beta. So,
Right.
but even the masculine knew my position, and she tried to get a little bit more masculine, but in the process of trying to be masculine, she became hella feminine because the shit she
Yep.
was saying became extremely emotional. She went
Right.
from logical to extremely emotional, and that's
Right.
what happens when any type of woman, alpha or beta female, I don't believe in alpha females, but I let them call themselves that. But anytime they get with the cream of the crop, that alpha male,
Mm-hmm.
they all gonna submit.
That's right.
You always gonna come back to your nature.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because all I gotta do is just sit back and be who we are. That rock. Be firm, be stern, give you straight facts, give you straight logic. And no matter what comes out your mouth, you're gonna eventually break down to emotional because you can't fend logic and facts.
That's right. That's
You
right.
can't flip it.
Mm-mm. Not
And
at all.
that's what bothers them. So when it comes to, like you said, the priority thing, a woman start prioritizing and looking at who they going to manipulate and who they
Mm-hmm.
can't, because
Yes.
they know their barriers,
Yep.
and they don't want that barrier to be broken. And that's, like she said, she's like, hey, I'm gonna keep you away
Yep.
from this bar.
Yep. Yep.
Keep you over there
Yep.
because you can't play with these guys. You play with
Nah.
these guys, you gonna fuck up the shit. It's
That's
it's
right.
it's almost like the single friend around all the husbands and the wives, and the single dude got the game, but the wives don't want the husbands to listen to what
That's
he about to
right.
tell
They don't
them.
want to be around them. Yep. Yep.
They
Because
don't
they
want to
know.
tell him. They don't
Yep.
want to tell it
Yep.
because he's gonna give him the true nature of how they are when they was once single.
Yeah, yeah, and that is so true. That, and a lot of people don't know why women always say that. Yeah, I got a homeboy. His old lady, I can tell she really don't like him to be around me
Now,
because he has turned. He once I feel he was an alpha. You know what I'm saying? But he has turned so beta. You know what I'm saying? Because of being in love. You know what I'm saying? And the sex and everything else, that she controls him so much. So when I post something about an alpha or something like that, you can tell if you go on her page, she's saying something that was dealing with what I said, but trying to act like it's not. You feel what I'm saying? Because she's like, I don't want my man to have that type of swag. You know what I'm saying? Because he might be a man one day. You know what I'm saying? I'm controlling him exactly where I want him at. You know what I'm saying? So you know what? I don't know if you need to hang around keep that much. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on. I just think it's the only way that I got here, right? And it's a crazy journey. It was a hard journey, with the divorce and everything. It was a, I wasn't perfect. A lot of stuff had happened, and the only way I could get to where I'm at right now, and to be so strong, is I had to go through those hard times. I had to go through the cheating. I had to go through women before that has cheated on me. I had to learn so much, what I'm saying, in life to be where I'm at, where I control my destiny. I control who I talk to. one I'll talk to. And I text all the time to women. You know, I have a couple of women that I talk to, right? And I
Right.
think men need to understand that too. Brother, there's nothing wrong with having 5 women to talk to text. I didn't say have sex all the time, okay? Because now you turn into something else. I said just to talk to get to know, because you got to start to learn them and understand them. The only way you can do it, you can't do it with one. You can't do it with one female because that's just her personality, right? You got to do it with a lot of them and see what they're doing the same. Okay, these 5 might be acting the same with this situation. Well, that's women. That's the way they act. That's how you learn. You get what I'm saying? And then you'll start seeing, okay, this trait is different than this other one. But most likely they almost gonna do the same stuff. So that's how you start learning them. You got to have your options open. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're a single man too. You got to have your options open. And like I said, I didn't say have sex with all of them. I said just have someone you talk to, because that's the way you learn. Just like she was sitting on the couch and she was really just teaching me some more about this game. That's all she was doing. And I was just laughing. And I was like, girl, you crazy. Like, tell me some more. And she was like, man, I did this and I do this to these niggas. And it's opening up my mind even more. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm like, hold on. You helping me understand my purpose a little bit more too, and how to put my priorities right. Because, hey, I didn't hear that shit before. I didn't learn that game. Well, you just told me something different. The only way I'm going to be able to learn that is by her opening up and telling me. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of guys need to understand that, man. A lot of dudes don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, they're using too much emotions because of the sex, and they want to stay with the one girl, and, you know, they don't want nobody else to mess with her. Brother, you ain't the only. This is another thing. All right? So every day, a woman, if she's a 5 or she's a 10, she gets men hollering at her. All right? You cannot control these women. A woman is going to do what she want to do, just like we going to do what we want to do. These men need to stop trying to control them, trying to watch them, trying to be this beta male type of thing. Bruh, leave it alone. Because 9 times out of 10, this new generation, they putting your ass on blast, just like she was doing on speakerphone. And guess what? I could tell the way he was talking with his slang, like he's some type of thug, or he's so hard. But he's so hard if he was around me and you right now. You get what I'm saying? But I heard him saying boo and bae and had like a little sweet name for her and shit. And I'm just like, damn, she got him messed up. You get what I'm saying? Like, so tore up. But I bet you if he was around me and, you know, he just hard thug and stuff.
Hard as a motherfucker,
you know
boy.
What I'm saying?
Hard as
like,
a mother.
Man, dudes need to wake up, man. I'm glad that his brothers like you out here. I'm glad that I'm finally waking up, because the game is crazy what's going on. And it's been going on for a long time. But what happened is, like we said, the women, their mothers was teaching them. That's why we got so many independents. They was teaching them. And now they're grown now. You know what I'm saying? They in their 20s and above now. And now they playing this game 100% on you. And if you don't know how to be strong and don't be in your feelings and so emotional and use more of your testosterone, you're done. You're a beta.
Oh yeah, man. It's a bunch of betas, man. I think there's more betas out here than it is alphas.
Oh yeah.
It's a bunch of them, man. They are in flocks, man.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, what people don't understand is that just because you marry a beta don't mean you married a man.
That's right. That's right.
Like,
that on the head,
they be like, I got me a man. No, you don't. You got a puppy. You got a puppy.
Yes.
You got a puppy. You got your own personal puppy.
That's all you got.
For real.
You can have a puppy pit bull, but he ain't gonna do nothing but gnaw on the couches and gnaw on the wood. He ain't doing nothing for real. He can't even protect you. But he a pit though. He might be thinking he a pit. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? He can't do nothing till he become a grown pit. You understand what I'm saying? That's the same thing with a man. You feel what I'm saying? You might think you got a man at the house, but he ain't nothing but a little baby pit. You know what I'm saying? Barking and acting and trying to show his muscles. But at the end of the day, certain situations pop up. Well, nah, bro, you just a beta, man. You know what I'm saying? And they know that, bro. Yeah, man.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna talk. This is directly to the betas. All right. Okay, perfect thing. Okay, men out here that's trying to figure this out, and y'all watching this, or if you got homeboys that you need to show this part to, this is the time you need to show your friends that you think are beta. These are a sign of a beta that's married or got a girl. If that beta is scared to answer a phone around his girl and is a woman, beta. Okay, he a beta. If he is scared to answer that phone as a woman, beta. Another sign, If he's scared to look at women around his woman, beta. If he can't have women around him, beta. Okay, yep. All these are beta signs, people. And so I'm and if y'all are beta, I'm sorry, but that's some beta shit. You need to check that shit. You need to change it. Either change it or leave the woman that you with, because it's hard. It's hard to get that manhood back once you have became a beta at the beginning, and now you think you got balls. Now that shit is done.
Yeah. You might as well start over. You know what I'm saying?
Leave who I'm sorry, but that relationship is null and void. If you can't be a man. See, because here's what y'all get the game confused at. Just because a man is able to look at a woman, we're not saying he's going to have sex with her. We're not saying just because a man talks to a woman, he's going to have sex with her. No. Or he talks to a phone. It could be about business. You know what I'm saying? I got female business partners. I'm all about making that paper. So, but the thing is, it's the fear factor that you're going to fight on you, and you allow it. You allow that woman to, you feed her fear,
right?
And you allow her to keep being fed that fear, and you comfort that fear. That's not a healthy relationship or a marriage. If she's in fear that you're going to leave or be with somebody else, and you got to be on eggshells all the time, and you can't do this and do that, that is a no-no. It's a no-no. It's not going to work.
And I'm going to tell you, man, like how I was telling you about the woman that I talked to, you know what I'm saying, a millionaire, you know what I'm saying, on like 3 restaurants in Destin, you know, drive a G-Wagon, has a Maserati, she lives in a beautiful house, she's married. And the thing about all this is that even with her, I say what I want to say. I tell her, I'm getting off the phone with you right now because I'm talking to another female. She's on the other end. Like you said, when you get at the point where you're scared to say stuff and do stuff, you're a beta. Because at the end of the day, you're supposed to, as a man, as an alpha, to be able to tell them what you're doing. You should be scared. You should be able to open you should be sitting beside a woman. She should know what it is. You should open up your phone and not be scared. You should be able to do what you want to do. And guess what? If you are brothers, then you don't need to be in that relationship. That woman is not the right woman for you, bro.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, move on. Quit looking at the ass and the titties and she can do this good. Let that shit go and find what your purpose is and who the woman you're supposed to be with. Because you're terrified, and shit has happened to me. That's what we're talking about. It doesn't happen to us. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. It's facts.
We was there at one point where
we was there.
Like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? The phone ring, like, oh God, like, man, who is that? You know what I'm saying? Here you go. Now you scared,
here
you
go
nervous,
this shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
real shit.
Are beautiful. What is wrong? When did it come wrong for grown ass men to see a gorgeous woman and can't look at her? When did that become wrong? When did that become wrong that you with your beautiful woman, you're beautiful, you respect her, y'all respect each other, y'all like each other. You're not gonna have sex with that woman, but she's gorgeous too as she walk by. What's wrong looking at her? Right? Because guess what? The women be looking at her harder than we do.
And I was about to say that. This is why it bothers me now. Because it is more women out here that got more power and more balls than some men out here.
Yeah.
Because they get to do this shit, bro.
Yeah.
They get to do this shit.
All day.
I know women that are together, 2 females together, and they have more freedom to do that shit more than a man in a female relationship does.
Yeah, dog.
That shit is mind blowing.
That shit's crazy. It's crazy.
Like, because it's mind blowing.
It's a controlling thing. It's a controlling thing, right? So, and we just go back. I mean, I keep saying this over and over again. I love that you say what your purpose is. You know what I'm saying? Because once you find it, like, that woman comes where you're able to be that alpha male. You know what I'm saying? Where you able to go out and eat with her, and a fine woman go by, and you actually be like, "Girl, she fine as hell." Like, she look at her, that thing fine, and she laugh. She thinks it's funny. You know what I'm saying? Because she know you ain't finna go chase after her and get no number. You know what I'm saying? You just said she fine, and she be like, "Hey, you know what? She look good. Oh, she do look good. Dog, she do. You know, you're laughing and playing about the situation. You know what I'm saying? That's when you know you're in the right relationship.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're the man of the relationship. That's when you know you're an alpha, when you're able to say things you feel, do that shit without any type of problems and no fussing or no attitude, sitting over there in the car, don't want to go out to eat no more because you looked at her. All that shit is childish and petty. It's petty.
Bro,
and it's
that
childish.
Shit is very childish, man. It's so minute because the overall picture is much bigger.
Yeah.
The overall picture is much bigger. Like when you think about like paying off a home, buying more real estate, and buying it, buying stocks and trading and buying paintings and traveling the world together and building your legacy. Like those are huge pictures. Those are huge goals, huge obstacles. And what we're focusing on is fucking pebbles and
Little shit,
rocks
petty
and
shit,
dirt. You know what I'm saying?
petty shit.
That doesn't even equate to the things that a union is formed for.
Yep,
A union is not formed to play hide and go seek with shit.
that's
A
right.
union is formed to build empires. You know what I'm saying? To build empires by
Yeah,
any means necessary.
necessary. Yeah, yeah,
But we got too many damn rules, and that's why I say it's so important for a man to have priorities. Because when you
yep.
have those priorities, all those little pebble bullshit ain't even it doesn't even matter to you. Because all you gonna say your priority is, hey man, I need to pay off this debt. I want to invest at least 100K in about 3 different types of investments. I want to buy paintings. I want to buy comic books. I want to invest in this. I want to buy some horses. I want to raise some pits. Like when you start putting these things in place and you start talking that shit to women and you start growing that resume of the shit that you're looking and demanding needs, you know what I'm saying? All that other bullshit about phone calls and women,
That shit don't matter.
it don't even matter no more.
Let me tell you something. The number one thing, the reason that I'm making this millionaire woman a good friend of mine, right? The
Right.
reason I'm doing this is because her mind state and the way she's thinking is putting me to understand what type of woman I want in my life, right?
Right.
Because she's a boss. She is a boss of bosses. You hear what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm understanding the way of a boss woman think. She's still submissive, but she's a boss. You get what I'm saying?
Right. I dig it.
And she tells me that. She said, look, when I get home, she said, when I'm at my job, I'm just straight boss. She said, I'm bitchy. I'm on everybody's ass. She said, I got this alpha mentality. She said, but when I walk in my house, she said, I'm cleaning. I'm making sure the kids got stuff. I'm doing what I need to do. You understand what I'm saying?
That
Like
part.
she tells me that. And she says, Keith, take your time. She said, and find the person that's going to be just like me. She was like, because you shouldn't be fussing about, she was like, you shouldn't be fussing about, your cell phone or who you're looking at and all this other shit. She said, honestly, it should just be about growing, learning that person more, what you're gonna need in life to be better. So when you die, you can pass it on to the next generation, your kids. She said, that's all it was about. She said, all this other Betty shit. She said, I hear this shit from. She said, I have no girlfriends. She said, you know how I became a millionaire? I have no girlfriends. She said, because all that shit is stupid they be talking about. She said, because that ain't the way. She said, they tell me that I'm supposed to act this way. I'm supposed to do this. She said, all that shit just got me in trouble to make me not have shit. To where I was about poor at one time in my life, listening to them women. She said, but when I started being submissive to my husband, I started being a boss, trying to learn stuff, to be a better me. She said, look where I'm at now. You understand what I'm saying? That's what a successful woman is saying. Not all this other little petty bullshit that's going on and, snapping because you looking at a phone or looking at a woman. She said, that's the least that I even think about. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I get it all the time, man. I got a lot of male friends that I work with. Their wives are the breadwinners. They make more money than their husbands do,
Right.
but they don't bring that energy home.
Mm-hmm.
They don't
They don't.
bring. They do not
They
bring
don't.
that energy home.
Mm-mm.
You
And
you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even know. Like for real, I had a coworker. I've been around this dude since I started this job, and I didn't even know his woman was in that kind of level of work. I
right.
never knew it.
Yeah.
Never knew it. I swear
Yeah.
to you. I've been in this dude's house. He's been in my house. I
Mm-hmm.
thought she was a housewife.
Yeah. So submissive. You think she's a housewife. And I'm telling you, they're out there like that. It's some
Yeah.
of them that's out there. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? The ones that's out there like that, they're very successful and they already found the person that they want to be with. You get what I'm saying? It's
Right.
very rare that you're going to be able to find them because they're not out here doing all this Instagram shit. They ain't out here on Facebook halfway naked. Nah, they know their purpose too. So 9 times out of 10, they're what I heard somebody say, they're hiding. They're almost in a hiding mode because the world is so messed up. They're hiding and they're trying to wait until they can find that right one because they know that they find the wrong one is gonna fuck them up. You get what I'm saying? Like,
That's true. That's true. That is true. That's true. I got a homie that he's a YouTuber, a very big, mediocre tourist. I've seen a lot of his videos.
yeah, 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 yeah,
MTR.
yeah, yeah.
Like I'm in his Discord, and me and him, you know what I'm saying? I chop it over with him, send him messages, and I be on his videos and stuff that we do on Discords.
Right.
And like this dude, like got his shit together. He's single, no kids. He's our age.
Damn.
Hella successful. He just paid off his condo. He paid that shit off in like 3 years. It was like 300,000. He paid that shit off in 3 years.
Damn,
like,
bro.
but he's scared as fuck to get married.
Yeah.
Like,
Terrifying.
why? Because of how everything is set up against for men. Like, and he believes like there's really no benefits when it comes to a marriage for the man. There's more benefits for the woman married than a man. And I can't argue with him on that because it's true.
Me either.
It's true. And so you're right. Like a lot of these people that we talk of that got their shit together, that are got the mind, got the awareness, understanding position. A lot of these people are scared as hell to get married with people because of how the majority has just tainted everything. Man.
They're hiding, bro.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I agree with you because I see it. I see it myself, so I know you.
When you hear men and women saying that, man, it ain't no good. When you hear women say, "There ain't no good men out here," there ain't no good women out here. Yeah, they are. They're hiding. They're hiding. They're out there. They didn't disappear. It's a lot of people like me and you that found their life and what they're supposed to do and their purpose in life. They just sit back and they wait like I'm doing.
Yeah,
I'm a prime example. I've made my mistakes. I'm done. Now it's time to raise my boys and raise my kids. Like, I know what I did. Now it's my time to relax, do what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? Put myself at a state of mind where I know that I can be stronger than what I am right now. Right. Have all my priorities straight when it comes, like I told you, to the credit, to the bank account, owning land, doing the things that I want to do. Right. So now I know where I need to be at. The woman thing, it'll come when it comes. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not even thinking about that now. Now I'm just really just playing around, trying to figure out stuff and learning. You know what I'm saying? And learning from them. Once you get at that part, you're okay. You feel what I'm saying? That's when you start chasing and you start doing all the other stuff is when you start looking too much on Facebook and you start going in them DMs and start messaging, and that's when you start to turn into that beta male. You know what I'm saying? And you start doing stuff, and guys, they just gotta wake up, man, because this game, man, I'm telling you, I keep saying it is a dirty one to sit down around and hear some of these women I talk to and they say this game and they talking about this game. I just don't even know what to do. I be shaking my head sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And then I also be thinking, how many times when I was in my 20s was I a damn simp? You know what I'm saying? Like, she's telling me all the stuff that kind of sound like my ass when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Then they playing them games, and it just needs to be. It just need to be put out there, brother. Like, and I hope some of my brothers catch it, man.
Oh yeah, man. We like I said, man, we finna be doing this weekly, bro. We're gonna have and spread this knowledge as much as possible. We finna jump into this next topic, and that is the journey. Mm-hmm. The journey, man. Like, I'm gonna break it down when I think the journey. When I think the journey, I'm thinking about from teenage to the end for me. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I say teenage, because that's when I start scratching my balls, scratching my chest, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Real life, you know what I'm saying? Did all the dumb shit as a teenager. So during my journey, man, I knew that there was going to be some obstacles that I would have had to overcome. And as a teenager, I knew I was at a disadvantage because I wasn't raised with my, I call it my sperm donor. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Like I knew I was at a disadvantage because majority of the women around me, I was raised around. So I was like, I knew then I was in a fucked up situation because I'm like, I know I'm out here. I'm playing this game with no book. You know what I'm saying? No instructions. And I got like, damn, I'm just going to have to just try to figure this shit out. And during this process, man, it was like I knew that I was taught wrong from women, because the thing is, women teach you in the perspective of respect a woman, put a woman on a pedestal, you know what I'm saying? Don't hurt her and things of that nature. So as a man, as a teenager going through that part of my journey, I encountered situations that made me end up hurting myself and
Right.
not hurting because I wasn't trying to hurt them, end up hurting myself.
Mm-hmm.
And during that beginning of my process, I become very confused to, okay, I didn't hurt them, but they hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I need to do the opposite.
Opposite. Mm-hmm.
So maybe I need to hurt them and they won't hurt me.
That's right.
And that's what that bad chain of love them and leave them, love them and leave them type thing. You know what I'm saying? To where it was all about knocking them down, getting rid of them, and damaging, like you were saying, the whole damaging this girl, damaging that girl, damaging this girl, because it started. My beginning, my journey started bad. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
It started bad because the book that I the invisible book that I was given from somebody was the wrong fucking book for me.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
It,
man.
it was the wrong book, and I
Yeah.
failed the test. I failed it,
That's right. That's right.
and when I failed it, man, I had to play catch up. Man, I had to play fucking
Mm-hmm.
catch up, and it took a decade
Mm-hmm.
of my life to get me to the position of this man.
That's right.
And I want to say is it's sad that it has to take men like me that didn't have that father figure around. It takes us so long to get to that point of our life.
That's right. It's sad.
It's sad. And
Yeah.
yeah, sometimes none of us don't even get to that point,
Yeah.
sadly.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's like, man, it's like my goal now is to make this journey for my sons a little bit easier, man. And that's now I'm at this point of my life as a man. My goal now and my direction now, my purpose and my priorities are now set to make that beginning journey of my kids' teenage years realistic.
Yeah. 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 And you hit something about this journey. This is a big one because see, I grew up in a household with my mom and dad, but my dad was a truck driver, so he stayed over the road a lot. And I didn't get to see him a lot. And he really wasn't a teacher, right? So he was just that manly man that bust his ass, put his paycheck on the counter, say, "Woman, pay all the bills. I'm gonna go out here and work on the car. I'm gonna cut the grass." He never took the time to say, "Teach me things that we're gonna teach our sons, right? About
Right,
life." Without sugarcoating that shit, right? That's another big
right,
thing we're gonna get on, sugarcoating life when we talk to our kids. But he didn't do that. So what happened was any pain that my mom felt, she would teach me how to treat a woman.
right,
So I never got the side of a man to understand why he's acting that way or why
right,
he's being a man the way he's handling stuff, right? So I always took the woman's advice, my grandmother's or my mom's advice, of son, don't do this. This is how you treat women. This is how you act. Don't do this, don't do that. That shit followed me all the way in college, what made me make horrible decisions and mistakes in college. You get what I'm
right,
saying? Because I was taught by a woman that was what? Emotional, that was teaching me emotional things. That's what's happening to our young black boys, right?
right,
They're with these single moms, and everything that mom is going through, she's teaching them, don't you do that. You be good, baby. You act this type of way. But not telling them the other side of the world about some of these women are Jezebels, right? Some of these women gonna do your ass up. You go out there acting like a little beta male and a simp. They're gonna tear your ass up, right? You need to know the difference. You gotta have a split 50-50 almost. And these days, you almost gotta have a 90 with your boys. You gotta just be real with them because if not, they still get their ass ate up, right? So
true,
that's what really happened to me. You get what I'm saying? That I was learning from her, and I was thinking that this is the way it's supposed to be. Listen to her, listen to R&B songs and all of that love shit, and all of that shit was in my heart and in my mind. And I think I can go out there in the real world, and that shit is out there, right? That love and finding that woman, and all she got to do is just lie to you. You know what I'm saying? And then you fall into the trap. That's what happened to a lot of our brothers, and that shit has been turned up a notch with the young black boys these days because it's more single moms now. So that shit is turned up a whole nother notch where yeah, I had a country mom that would cook and do all this other stuff, and she was teaching me that. But now they got younger moms that still into twerking and going to the clubs and wearing blue hair, you know what I'm saying, and doing all this crazy shit. And these little boys sitting there watching them, and they thinking that's what's hot and that's what's it. And then before you know it, these boys are 18, 19 years old, 20 years old, and they falling behind that shit when these women are just playing them, right? So the journey it starts really when you're really young, you know what I'm saying? And then you got to think about it. You said it almost took you a decade to catch up, right? Of course it was, because you start learning bullshit at like 5 and 6 and 7, right? And you kept going through that bullshit until you was like 20 something.
Right.
Over a decade. You know what I'm saying? So now your ass is behind. You understand what I'm saying? Now you're trying to catch up for fucking 15, 20 years of some bullshit that you was learning at age 5, and it takes us that long. The difference between, and I'm gonna tell you, I talk to a lot of white guys that I train. The difference between African American men and white men, for real, is that these white fathers in the household don't sugarcoat their son's shit. They tell them how it is when they're fucking young, when they're real young. How to be a man, what you're supposed to do. Your mama in there acting up and shit. Look, they gonna do that shit. You act this type of way. They're telling them this shit like 8 or 9. And guess what? Yeah. The boys ain't saying shit to their moms. They just listening to that daddy. And then guess what? The cycle keeps going on. You get what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of these white guys are more advanced than us. You feel what I'm saying? Because we're coming to single households. We're coming into, listen to women tell us shit. And a lot of them got daddies telling them that real shit. And it's very important to us to let our kids know our journey. I was telling a woman the other day that I'm going to be raw with my sons. When I hear 13, when I hear teen, and that testosterone kick in, you get what I'm saying? Which it might kick in early the way this damn GMO, all this food shit is.
I know, right? Real talk. Real talk.
Some shit. You know what I'm saying? True. Playing with his shit at 11. You know what I'm saying? Teen. Yeah. You don't never know these fucking days, right? So whenever that shit kick in and I look at that nigga and I know that nigga playing with himself, right?
Yeah.
It's time to have a serious ass manly talk. No sugarcoating shit. You tell him what to look for. You tell him what certain women's are, because there's different women in the world. You get what I'm saying? The woman's like, you don't supposed to do that. He's too young. Well, it's a lot of shit we don't supposed to be doing, and we showing them on TV all the damn time. We showing women twerking all the time, all this crazy shit at 10 and 11. Why the hell I can't have a conversation with my son about some real life bullshit that can affect him the rest of his fucking life? What's wrong with that? You understand what I'm saying? What's wrong with him talking to and saying your dick? You understand what I'm saying? That shit between your legs, you feel what I'm saying, can fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let me tell you how it can fuck you up, sir. We got to be real these days. What's unhappening? I'm with you. Sugarcoated shit too much. You feel what I'm saying? And we got to come real, because guess what? We don't come real. That little girl that's in high school gonna come real with that nigga. You understand what I'm saying? And for you know, she pregnant or some other shit, or he done fucked up his life over that shit. So we got to come real and start playing in the quick sugarcoating shit, man. And that's how I'm gonna be with my boys. I'm gonna tell them what life is, what to look for. A lot of people don't like to talk about it, especially women though. It's a lot of different type of women out there. You got your whores, you know what I'm saying, that we knew as high school that was whores. You got your undercover whores. You get what I'm saying? And I hate to put it like that, but we just got to be real, right? That's how we got to come at our boys. Yeah. You got the women that's trying to find themselves. You know what I'm saying? You got the ones that's the ugly duckling that's going to turn out to be beautiful when she get 30-something. We seen. And me, when you went to school, we seen them. Some of them gorgeous right now. We're like, what the hell? You didn't look like that when you was in high school. You got different levels, bro. You got different levels. And you got to tell your boys, you got to teach them these different levels to look for, so they're almost prepared a little bit. They might still make mistakes. I'm not saying my boys ain't going to make mistakes, but they can never say, Daddy never told me. You understand what I'm saying? They can't say, Daddy never told me, or they can't say some shit that me and you saying right now. Like, man, I didn't never know this shit. I got an empty book and just trying to. No, they can be like, you know what, I fucked up, but my daddy told me that shit when I was like 10. You know what I'm saying? What to look for. And she did that same shit he was talking about. I just fucked up. That's what we got to be these days, man. We just got to be real. We got to go back being men and go back being real and stop sugarcoating shit and start teaching our boys to be alphas at a young age. Once that generation changes, these women will start looking around like, hold on, it might take another 15, 20 years, but we can do it by people like me and you and guys like us teaching them to be alphas. So eventually these women that's doing all this, making these guys simple shit, they'll start turning again. You get what I'm saying? Like, hold on. Yeah. It's a lot of damn alphas out here. It's a lot of men that know what they want. And they're going to be like, you know what? I want to jump on that boat. You know what I'm saying? I want to be with that man. And you know what? I'm going to be submissive as hell too, because this brother know what he wants. I'm sick of this other shit that's going on. And it's all because of brothers like me and you teaching our boys at young ages, man.
Yeah. Man, I just I don't know if you I don't know if I told you, but yeah, I started actually making the memoirs. I've been writing memoirs from the beginning to now, like writing them for my sons to read.
Wow.
Uh and man, it's life changing as I'm writing it. It's life changing to me. It is just going back and just typing your past.
Damn.
And it's deep, man. Like it's deep, man. Like I didn't realize how deep the shit was until I started typing it myself, and I'm seeing my history, and like you're saying, I'm giving them everything raw.
Raw.
Like I'm not letting nothing go. Cause this is my goal, and this is one thing I want you and all of us to do. This is one thing why I want to do this platform, and I'm creating these platforms. So if something happened to me, God forbid, 5-10 years down the line, he got YouTube. He got I gotta type in the table. Minus maturity. Oh, there go my dad. He's talking about this. Or he can read my books. Oh, he's talking about that. Like he has resources of seeing me, seeing you. Your kids go see you, and not they got stuff. We're putting stuff in place to where they ain't gotta figure it out. They got us forever around.
Forever,
Like
bro.
this
Right.
stuff that we're creating will always be here.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where I think a lot of us take for granted how powerful this media stuff is that we don't take advantage of.
Yeah.
We have a live history / biograph that we can just create right here for our kids to watch in 5 or 10, 20 years.
That's right.
And they all will have it. Always will have it.
That's right.
And that's great. You know what I'm saying? That's great to have. And I maximize it. And that's why I got the book. I'm writing my memoirs for them. And I advise all y'all men to do that, man. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna do it, brother. I didn't even think about that like that, bro. That's really deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, because now you get to go back and you reflect on stuff, and I bet you stuff start popping in your mind that you had forgot too. You know what I'm saying? That happened to you that maybe is affecting you even to this day, and you wonder why certain stuff affects you. When you start, typing it down, you start realizing, like, hey, that happened to me when I was 8 or 9 or 10, and that's why I'm the type of man I am now about certain things. So, brother, I'm really going, and then that's something like you said they can keep forever. Can nobody take that? That is the main thing. Is that's your life, right? Written down for them, so nobody can tell your story better than you. You get what I'm saying? So when you write that story and your sons sit down when they're grown men and maybe daddy's not around and they read it, they can say, wow. They're not taking what their mom said. They're not taking what grandmama said. They ain't saying what the dude across the street said. They're reading what their daddy wrote, right? And now it makes them who they want to be. You feel what I'm saying? And because they were like, damn, daddy went through this. I didn't even go through half of this because he made a path for me that made my life better. So why the hell am I even in this situation right now? You know what I'm saying? My daddy told me he went through this, and this, and he still came out to be an okay, successful man. And here I am way ahead of him and dealing with this BS. Nah, we ain't even have this. So we don't even know that we turning them into stronger alphas, bro. So I'm really feeling that. That's something that I'm going to start actually, man, this week, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm really feeling that, bro.
Definitely, man. I'm telling you, it's a guideline. Think about it. Right now, what do we normally go to for reference? We go to the Bible, right?
Yeah.
But what if you can go to a reference of somebody in your lineage that has proof of things that happen? That, just for instance, just say I passed, right? And matter of fact, one of my god brothers in our group, his name is William Porter. Call him Dion. All right, just say I passed, right? But if I write, and I wrote, matter of fact, he's in my memoirs. So in my memoirs, I'm writing and I'm telling a story because I told the beginning story about when I was born and Dion was around my mom and my and Sam, which was my dad, and you know what I'm saying, how he used to hit on my auntie, like I tell these stories at the beginning. And so just say my son can be like, hold on, who's this Dion guy? Let me call him and find out, was this true and how did it go down?
That's
right. He can call him and verify that's true.
Yeah.
And everybody in these books that's around, he can get to these people. Hey, but tell me a little bit more about this event. Tell me a little bit more about that event. Something we can't do in the
Yeah.
books that we read and that we put more faith in.
Faith
But
in.
right. But I can give them live proof of our history to what they can fall
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, man. That's deep, man. I
Yeah,
this is the
man.
first time I ever heard that before, man. I think that everybody talks about like going to counseling and doing all that. I think your counseling is within yourself.
Oh
I
yeah.
think, and I say that because I had to deal with demons last year, and even deal with demons in my marriage. And once I started counseling myself, you know what I'm saying? Like talking to myself, I don't even do half of the shit that I was doing, and I'm a bachelor now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, and
Right.
I'm free, and I don't even yearn to do any of that shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's because now you have time to sit, like you said, have time to type and think about some of the past and some of the things and be like, oh, I see where I'm doing it. I really need to stop that shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so bro, that is so deep, man. I'm really loving it. I'm feeling it, man. I think if a lot of people start doing that, you ain't gonna need counseling because you're
You
counseling
don't.
yourself.
You
Like
don't, bro. I'm telling you.
it's
You
telling your
don't,
story.
man. It feels good, man. I'm telling you, dude. It's changed it's changed me a lot, man.
Yeah, man.
Just my thought process of life, my approach on life. Third part is the more I gain more clarity of myself, um, the more I kind of feel alone in a sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because to be honest with you, like once you get up there, it's kind of like you said, you when you take complete control of your life, who else gonna be there? You know
yeah,
what I'm
man.
saying?
Yeah,
Like when you take complete control of your life, there is nobody to look to. You're alone.
you're alone, man.
You
Yeah,
you you are the alpha and the omega of
yeah.
your life at that
Of your
point.
life. Yep.
And that it's a great feeling. It's kind of a scary, realistic feeling because
Yeah,
once
yeah,
you feel it for the first time, it's scary
yeah.
because it's like
But I think that's what God wants. That's what our Creator wants.
right,
Because at the end of the day, you're not going to be standing beside your wife in end days, right?
right,
You're not going to be standing beside your kids. You're getting judged.
right.
So just that's the journey that you're doing right now is your journey. You get what I'm saying? You're doing it alone. So when you do figure out, damn, I'm by myself. You're gonna even be by yourself at the end of time. You're gonna be by
Yeah,
yourself. So you need to go on and learn it now that you ain't gonna have nobody. You feel what I'm saying? Once you
true.
get up there, you get what I'm saying? And I mean, it's really deep, man. And when guys really figure it out and they understand what you're saying right now, what you're truly saying, you get what I'm saying? When you're up there, you're alone. You know what I'm saying? Now, you're not talking about you're alone in your house and you got your kids and your wife. You're talking about when you start understanding and you start learning about that past. Because, see, we never learned our past. See, honestly, I have grown a lot. But by me doing what you're doing right now, if I do it, I'm going to learn my past even more. And I'm going to learn more stuff about me that makes me stronger. You get what I'm saying? That's why I said
Yeah,
that I'm feeling it, that I want to do it. And guess what? Then eventually one day I'm going to be up here like, well, you are. And you're like, damn, it's scary. This is a scary feeling because I actually understand all the purpose. You know what I'm saying? My priorities right now and the journey that we're talking about. Now I know the journey. Now I understand. And now it's going to help my future journey where I want to be at. You understand what I'm saying? So
yes,
it's
sir.
good, bro. Yes,
Yes,
sir. It's
sir.
good, bro. Yeah.
Man, yeah. Whoo, man, it's deep.
Yeah, man. We had a good conversation, man. I knew we were gonna have a good one, brother.
Yeah, man. We gonna smooth this one out with the final thought, cause
Oh
man,
yeah, for
that
sure,
was
for sure.
that was good. That was a good one.
Yeah,
That's a
man.
good segue, man. God damn. All right,
Yeah,
so
man.
you want to do the final thought, or you want me to go
Yeah, man.
first?
So what I'm feeling, with this final thoughts is really putting everything what we have discussed tonight together for my brothers out there, for my sisters too. You know what I'm saying? To understand that we're not trying to, treat our sisters a certain type of way, and we're not trying to down our brothers when we say beta male. You know what I'm saying? Like what we're trying to do is pick you up actually, and we're trying to tell you that we're not perfect, right? We're still going to make mistakes and we're still learning, but the whole mentality is what we're saying is take control of your life. That's what we're saying. Take control of your life and quit letting other people take control of it. Meaning social media, the news, the woman that you with, you know what I'm saying? Your job, whatever it is, start taking control of your life. You know, that's really what an alpha is meaning. You know what I'm saying? Taking control. And once you take control, you're starting to learn who you truly are. And you're going to learn your purpose in life. You get what I'm saying? That's really what we said, because I really wanted to say that, because we started off, talking about the sister situation with, a lot of them going to feel some type of way about that, thinking we're going to feel, that we're saying something about them. A lot of the guys are going to think about what we said and be like, I think I'm a beta. You know what I'm saying? Like, these dudes was talking about me, you know what I'm saying? That ain't cool. That shit ain't cool. Brother, we ain't trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? We're just trying to make the world stronger, make our brothers stronger, because like you said in the very, very beginning, they're taking that from us. They've been working on it for a long time because they know who we truly are. And that's another subject. You know what I'm saying? That's another day we're going to talk about.
Oh yeah, we gonna touch
Guys,
on it.
guys need to know who these African Americans are that they call African Americans. When you really realize and you figure out who the hell we truly are and why we get persecuted so much and why they're taking this manlyhood from us and making us so weak, you'll understand a lot more too. You get what I'm saying? That is a whole nother subject that we was talking about. You get what I'm saying? Like, you'll understand why it's so much of a fight. You understand why we get killed in the streets. You understand why knees are on our throat. You understand why we get shot and beat up all the time. They know who we are. They've been knowing that shit since the Bible days. We've been in the Bibles. You know what I'm saying? We just over here in this bullshit America. Don't get me wrong. I love the country I live in. It's free. When I say that, I'm just saying we're dealing with some bullshit over here with racism and everything else. You know what I'm saying? That we shouldn't be dealing with, and that people trying to sweep up on the rug. But guess what? They know who we are. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why they doing it. And that's why I want my brothers to be stronger. And I want my sisters to be stronger and not have to try to change who they are, because they feel like it's not a lot of alpha males out here. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of betas, so they just playing the betas. That's really what's happening. Let's just be real about it, right? The women understand there's a lot of betas out here. Why not just play the game? Why not just get free money like the woman told me on the couch? Why not just get free money? Why not get free meals? It's a lot of betas. They ain't trying to be alphas. They just, so really she just playing the game, but not knowing what her purpose is in life and not knowing that she's a queen. When I looked at her, I'm like, this is a queen. And she don't even know. She's a black queen. She don't know because she's fallen into the traps that the world is setting for her. And she's just going along with the flow. And she's not finding the alpha. Yeah, I'm sitting there as an alpha, but she's so lost, I can't even change her. You get what I'm saying? She's gone. You know what I'm saying? I can't change her. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know if she can be changed. And that's what's going on. So that's my main final thoughts. Getting back to our boys, raising them the right way, teaching them, so we can try to change this thing, brother. I'm gonna let you go.
Hey, that's what's up, brother. Yeah, I agree with everything you said, man. It's we we're not like I want women to really understand this. And you said it. We're not trying to bash y'all. We talking about y'all because we want to include y'all. We want y'all to include y'all in our life. We want to include y'all in our success. We want to include y'all. Excuse me. We want to include y'all into developing everlasting healthy legacy. We'll never get to an everlasting healthy legacy if it's so tainted with false and artificial ingredients. Nothing about what's going on is natural. And that's where we got to accept that nothing is natural. And that's the problem. It's not you, it's not me. It's that the ingredients that we're being fed is artificial and it's fucking poisonous, man.
Yeah, it's
And it's killing us. It's killing our bond. It's killing hell. It's literally killing them. A lot of them, y'all, cancer is up, diabetes is up, obesity is up off the limb. A lot of y'all starting to have strokes and heart attacks like men because of the testosterone that y'all got in y'all because of the food we eat. A lot of this food got so much enhancement of testosterone. That's where a lot of y'all masculinity came from. You know what I'm saying? Stop eating that church's chicken. Why? Because a lot of their chicken got testosterone. That's why majority of all the church's chickens are in black communities. There are no church chicken in high class white communities.
Nope.
None. Why is it there? I want y'all to figure that one out. I want y'all to connect the dots to that. You are what you eat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we gotta understand that you are what you eat. That's why we have so many women eating masculine food, and then what happens is we got so many men eating food with estrogen,
Estrogen.
soy, and all this other shit.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta pay attention to what we eat. Otherwise, the information we giving y'all is it's not gonna help in. It's irrelevant
Mm-hmm.
because it's food for thought. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be able to place things together, working out, what you eating, what you see, what you feed in your eyes, what you feed in your ears, what you feed in your stomach. All that shit matters full circle. You know what I'm saying? Before you can apply any of this shit outward.
Mm-hmm.
And see what happened is a lot of us we're complaining about everybody else instead of fixing ourselves
Mm-hmm.
to get the best results of yourself first and then match each other.
That's
But
right.
all y'all, most women don't understand. You're not gonna meet a man that everything you want. You're not going to keep that man because if that man is what you say you want and you're not what he want, it's not going to work.
That's right.
And these are the problems we're having because a lot of women are not being realistic, just like a lot of men. A lot of us aren't being. A lot of babies aren't being realistic with themselves on what they are accepting from women. Just because you be good and you keep quiet, you still hurting yourself inside.
Yep.
They got heart attacks, strokes, brain issues, and all these anger issues. You know, that's why you have these people on the news, dudes all of a sudden snapped and killed his wife and killed his kids
Yeah.
because that bottled up testosterone. Men
Yep.
are not designed to stay civilized.
Yep.
That's bullshit in itself. We are men. We are human. We are savages. That's why I put the whole wolf thing. We are fucking hunters. We killers.
Yeah.
We conquer. We territorial. We all these things. You see what I'm saying? But they want us to be like this little box kept little boy, and that's not how this shit works.
Mm-hmm.
That's why so many men are alcoholics.
Mm-hmm.
That's why so many men resort to escorts and prostitutes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why so many men have so many fucked up shit to try to maintain the sanity inside of them because they can't even be them natural selves.
That's right.
And ladies and men, like we got to get better at this shit, man. Like we got to be real about this shit or it's gonna get really bad. And after a while, we gonna be non-existent because what's gonna happen is y'all over here talking about y'all don't need a man, and then y'all got these little boys wearing skirts and dresses. What's after a while, what's happening is we're not going to multiply.
Mm-hmm.
We're no longer gonna multiply.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like 1 + 1 only equals 2.
That's right. That's right. And guess what? There's certain people right now that know that, and they're planning that, and they're plotting that. Right. Especially the attack on African American men and African American women. It's an attack mostly on the men because they know that. They know that after a while, if you keep making them feminine, if you keep showing them things, if you keep doing stuff to the food, eventually they're just out. Like we said, it's a lot of deep, more conversations we got to have that's dealing with that because they want to kill us all. You know, it's a race of people that are dying from the sun shining on the top of their damn heads, killing them, cancer, right? Yeah. We know the race of people that's dying like that. I mean, but we don't die like that, right? Facts. We die for other things. We die
microwaves,
for cancers, and other ways that are created for the black man to die. So we need to stop that bullshit through food and everything else. They had to figure out a way. Like I said, we can go deep on another day, but they had to figure out a way because they're dying out from the damn sun. That's natural. That comes from that's natural. That's part of this universe, and it's killing you. You get what I'm saying? But you got these people with this melanin in their skin, with their hair is curly, you know, where the sun can't get into your curls. People don't understand why they call our hair nappy. That shit ain't nappy. It's a reason our hair is like that. You know what I'm saying? It's blocking shit. It's blocking shit from the sun. Like I said, I'm not going to go too deep into it. You know what I'm saying? But it's a reason that they're making our boys feminine. It's a way to kill us off in another way, through the food, through our kids, through what can our black boys that can be more alphas and create, because we're already dominant. We are already the chosen people. You know what I'm saying? So they know this. That's the reason they're attacking. You get what I'm saying? So like I said, we'll get on to another subject. Another thing I want to say before we get off, brother, is I want everybody, what I've learned, let's heal. That is a big thing. Heal yourself, right? Women, men, African American men, African American women, heal yourself, right? Because that is what's wrong with us. That is the real core of what's going on. We're not healing ourselves. We're just jumping in our relationships, and we're hurting and we're hurting and we're starting to act a certain type of way because of that pain. When you really truly heal yourself, you'll start waking up to things and you will change the way you think. I think a lot of us is not healed. I think a lot of us are just jumping in relationships, still hurt from the past relationship. Then this person cheat or this person do stuff, and we're not figuring out who we are, and we're not healing, man. Learn how to heal. When I in this ways, in the future we'll talk about healing. You know what I'm saying? About how you heal, how you meditate, how you read. Talk to God, man. I drive a semi truck every day. The guys that I train, they jump in my truck and they're like, man, the radio don't never be on. I'd be like, it's on all the time, because I'm talking to God all the time, brother. Me and him is having a conversation all the time. The radio is, the signal is going up and down with me and him. We're talking because I'm asking him ways to be a better man. I'm asking him ways of what's my purpose, what I'm supposed to do. How did I get my priorities straight? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out things all the time. I'm talking to him about an hour. You get what I'm saying? Because you know what that's called? Healing. It's called healing. That's how you heal yourself. You're talking to him, and he's showering you down with blessings and teaching you stuff. And ever since I've been doing that, brother, like he ain't stopped blessing me. Stop letting exes, stop letting people that don't even supposed to be in your life stop you from healing. You get what I'm saying? Because that's what they do, man. They'll bring up your past and things that you've done, and oh, you ain't no good. You this and this. You remember you did that 5 years ago. You still ain't shit, brother. Once you heal, you don't even think about that no more. You know what I'm saying? But people, excuse me, they'll keep you on that same ride. You know what I'm saying? Talking about the same thing over and over again. That's keeping you down from healing. And then you ain't healed and you jump into a relationship, and now you're dealing with all this other shit going on in another relationship. You're bringing all that pain in. So I think the main thing that probably this whole world needs to heal within themselves, because no amount of money, no amount of success in the world matters when you ain't healed. And I have, examples from that, from even the woman that's a millionaire. She has all that money, brother. She has all that money and a nice house and a car. She buys what she wants. She goes every day and she eats at expensive places. And she's sad. She broke down last night crying on the phone to me. Crying. Had to get away from her husband just to talk and cry, because guess what? She started talking about her past, and she's not healed. So It didn't matter how much money she had. She told me, she said, can I tell you something? She said, I'm so hurt. And I was like, why? Tell me. Your life is good, girl. I wish I had the shit that you got riding around here doing this. She said, no, I really want to tell you something deep. And she got deep. And you know what she got deep in? About her past that was still chasing her, that was still bothering her. And then I came to the point, and I said, and I told her, I said, baby, what's wrong? You're not healed. I said, you never heal. And I said, what you try to do is put this money as a Band-Aid on top in your success. But I said, now you have breakdown moments because you're talking to an alpha male now. You're talking to somebody that's coming to you real now, not just looking at your looks or looking at your money and just trying to, say some shit to make you feel good. I'm telling you that real shit now. And now you're breaking down because you understand, hey, I'm not healed. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need to do, brother. Healing is number one, man. Healing.
Hey, here's enough said right there. Hey, that's enough said, brother. That's enough said.
For sure.
Hey, man, it's been a pleasure, man. Tonight,
Man,
it's been a pleasure.
For sure, fam. I enjoyed it, man.
We gotta do another one, man. We gotta do another.
Now you got me hooked now, man. You got me hooked. You can't stop it now, bro.
Hey, man, this it, man. I'm telling you, man. This is where we get it in on here, man. We get it in. That's anything you want to plug in or anything you do or anything, feel free. I'm all about advertising for free. But other than that, man, like I say, I know you gotta get you some rest. Man, I'm about to hit the gym. I'm about to go work out.
That's what's up.
But other than that, hey y'all, peace and love to y'all. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Hey, if you want to jump on tomorrow, let me know. Feel free if you want to. You can hop in, hop out. We go get it in again tomorrow. I'm ready for tomorrow.
Me too, man. That's what's up, brother.
No doubt. Hey, well, peace and love, my brother. Peace and love.
Man. Good talking to you, brother, for sure.
No doubt. Later, y'all.